Global warming's getting worse. Capitalism is further entrenching itself, destroying everything around it to aggrandize itself and capital owners. This latest Supreme Court ruling, giving divine right of kings to presidents, another slight, another harm. It tells you a lot about what they're thinking about how to govern, what they think that they're going to need, the authority and the power that they're going to need as things get worse, as people begin to migrate because of global warming, as people's lifespans are decreased, as plagues keep happening and getting worse. They're not trying to solve anything. They're just looking for more ways to control the people. They think that they're running out of time to control the people and keep themselves on top and give themselves the things they need to keep surviving as water gets scarcer. They're telling us everything we need to know. It's right here in front of our eyes. You just have to read the writing on the walls. They think the worst is going to come, and we should believe them. They are planning to imprison a lot of us in ways that don't look like regular prison, but they are planning absolute control over people in order to keep workers around, even if those workers only live to be 20, 30, 40, even if they die of global warming disasters, even if they die of plague and famine. They will not go without. They are scared of us. They need entrenched control and king-like power in order for them, the upper class, the people in charge, to feel safe. We know everything except how to fix these problems. And I worry that what we need to fix these problems is going to be drastic solutions. I worry that we don't have the time, and as livable land is harder to come by, as food is harder to come by, as it becomes harder to grow the food we need, as it becomes harder to give people the things they need to survive these intense weather events and the famines and the plagues and the things that are going to come with them and the things that happen when people start moving from the places that are not inhabitable anymore because of these things. And it seems very clear that the government's answer to all of this is more entrenched control, authoritarianism and fascism, control with an iron fist, that they are afraid of what will come from the people, which means they are afraid of us. This is all in response to us being more powerful than them. They are afraid of us. That's why they give the police military-grade weapons. It's why they want to build cop cities. It's why they're buying technology from over in Izzy that's used to control an entire population of people, millions of people. This is what they're doing. This is what they're thinking. I worry that we don't have the time it takes to all get on the same page, to all work together, to figure out what we need to do. It seems more and more apparent that the changes we need are not going to come from the traditional electoral politics. They're going to come outside of that. And as the American empire crumbles, put it this way, the Roman Empire crumbled, but Rome still exists. Roman people still exist. They're Italians now, but people will always be around as a large cohort, as the cohort. We're not going anywhere, even if individual lights are blinking out all over the place, and it feels dire and drastic, and it feels hopeless. We will always be here. It doesn't matter if the American Empire crumbles. It just matters that we as communities come together and protect each other and ourselves. We will keep fighting the good fight, right? There's nothing else we can do. You either give up in despair or you keep going, and that's what we can do, and that's what we will do, even if we never see the fruits of our own labor. It's an important fight, and it's an important battle, and it's one where we can't give up. So have the moments you need now to feel despair, but don't give up. Build community, build local community, talk to people, find the people you can trust, build that community, prepare for whatever you think you need to prepare for, because this government is not protecting us. This government just wants to control us. And remember that. It's about power and control. So we have to think about how are we going to take back that power and control and give it back to the people. An illegitimate Supreme Court doesn't speak for us. Illegitimate presidents don't speak for us. Ill-gotten power derived from the people, taken from the people, handed over to these corporate entities and presidential elites. We're taking it back. It's going to take time, but we're taking it back. They don't get to have it. They don't get to dictate what happens to the world. They are not our betters. They want to believe that they are betters. They want us to think that they are our betters. They are not our betters. Their lives function on our labor and our will. So remember that. We are who is important. Not some president. Not a bunch of old people in the Supreme Court. Get out and vote, because that's the tool we have right now to do things. But ultimately, build community. Build mutual aid. Start working within your own community. Forget about what the president's doing for now. Like, don't forget, but do what you can do instead of feeling despair. Because we're not going to take down the Supreme Court right now. What we can do is try to protect our community from the worst of these outcomes. Try to protect the people that are going to be harmed the most. If you have any amount of privilege in this world, use it for good. It's going to take sacrifices. It's going to be scary. Many times in history have been scary. They'll keep being scary. If we don't fight and if we don't remain strong, they'll be worse. Good luck, everyone. I'm rooting for all of us.